Hello, my name is David Pataki, and thank you for taking the time to view my presentation. My presentation is about torrenting, and in my presentation I will discuss what torrenting is and how it has affected both the economy of media and the law regarding copyright infringement. I will also discuss what has been done in the past and is currently being done in the present about this topic. What is torrenting and why is it relevant? Torrenting is the act of illegally downloading content that was originally meant for individual sale for free from a peer-to-peer file-sharing website or software. Torrenting has become one of the largest sources of internet traffic, and in the world it accounts for about 23% of total internet traffic, and in the United States about 17%. One of the largest torrenting mediums, BitTorrent, accounts for 11% of all global internet activity. When we look at what is actually being torrented, pornography is the largest category at about 35%. That's quite ridiculous if you ask me. It's important to note that pornography does not have a very large profit margin, and so it's safe to say that this portion of torrented material has a very little impact on the economy of media. Movies are in a close second place at about 33%. The other third is divided roughly into TV shows, music, computer and music editing software, video games, and a few others. Really anything that could be electronically copied. The type of media that gave rise to torrenting, music, was previously believed to be the most torrented type of media. It is now known that it is in fact one of the smallest categories at only a few percent. It is difficult to put into perspective how much media is torrented. One way of doing this is looking at statistical data. The RIAA, or the Recording Industry Association of America, reported that since the original file-sharing software Napster was created, music sales have dropped a staggering 47% from 14.6 billion to 7.7 billion. This is a huge number considering that only a few percent over the past about 15 years has cut an entire market in half. Let's talk about the legality of torrenting. I personally admit to having torrented. I am a very large advocate on net neutrality and individual freedom, and I feel like this topic has a lot of weight and should be known by as most people as possible. Torrenting is considered copyright infringement and theft. It is listed under Title 17 of the United States Code, Sections 501 and 506, and is specifically listed as a type of copyright infringement. Title 17 goes into great detail about something that is copyrighted, and that as such it is property that's only obtainable by individual sale, as the product was meant for. And file-sharing websites like Napster and many others are subject to copyright infringement and are definitely illegal. The laws regarding torrenting specifically are vague and ill-defined and are mostly just labeled under copyright law. With the progression of technology and thus torrenting, law must also change to accommodate such advancements. Napster was the original file-sharing website and allowed millions of people to log on and share and download their favorite music. Napster's success, however, was short-lived, and it soon ran into legal issues regarding copyright infringement with the companies that owned the music that it was sharing. Its legal cases of music sharing and its shutdown led to the recognition of online file sharing as a new way to infringe upon copyrights. Because of the ruling of this case, inclusions to Section 506 mentioned above were undertaken, such as including by electronic means and by making it, the content, available on a computer network accessible to members of the public, and several other phrases. So, what is the reality of torrenting in our current society? Many things have been said about the impact on the economy from torrenting, but a few truths actually exist. Firstly, torrenting is unstoppable. Due to our level of freedom in the United States, we have created encrypted, untraceable browsers used for darknet surfing, which are online black markets where you can buy literally anything you can think of, torrenting, and other illegal activities. Secondly, the numbers on the money lost via torrenting is by nature impossible to be accurate. Many people use VPNs, which are virtual private networks, and send their information somewhere else in the world so that they cannot be traced. Also, many torrents fail to download and people have to retry several times, leading to double and triple counting when gathering statistical data. When we look at what can be done, we have to look at what already has been done. Illegal websites containing copywritten media are taken down and sued every day via focused targeting and government monitoring, which is a legal gray area in itself. Corporations create a huge divide between themselves and their potential customers by suing their potential customers based on their past torrenting. Because of this, a lot of people believe that they have a right to free media. They think that since there are many ways of accessing this media online, what's the big deal about turning it into something that I can reproduce at any time I want? Oftentimes, legal and moral standpoints collide when dealing with issues of this caliber, and in this instance, it is definitely prevalent. It's difficult to say what can or should be done in a situation that has so much moral grayness. On one hand, the government could increase monitoring and decrease our rights as American citizens, and also decrease the rate of copyright infringement via online torrenting. However, on the other hand, they could just leave it how it is and continue to lose an uncertain amount of money in the economy of media. In my opinion, there is no excuse in which a government should infringe upon its own people's rights. Either way, as we progress with technological advances, the media's economic norms will change as well. There's certainly no denying that torrenting and piracy have significantly and permanently changed the markets of media, but does it mean that there's no longer any money to be made? Absolutely not. Movies will and are still making millions, artists and rappers are and still will make millions, and software companies will still create great products, sell them, and make millions. So what's the future of torrenting as far as it relates to the economy and law? Well, as mentioned earlier, torrenting and file sharing are simply part of the future. As it becomes easier for people to connect and share information, it will cause torrenting and file sharing to increase. The laws regarding file sharing are probably bound to change, as many laws do in the past and currently with social changes. In conclusion, torrenting is certainly an illegal act of acquiring media meant for individual sale. It infringes on copyrighted material and takes away from money that could be earned by other people. It's a moral gray area for most citizens, and it has caused a divide between corporations and their potential customers. Torrenting is definitely bound to continue as grow as the future of technology advances, and the legal story behind it will be an important one for online history to come. Once again, I'm David Pataki, and thank you very much for your time.